Battlefield 6 has released its new update, and with it came some pretty controversial things. We got a new map, new guns, and even a crucial change to the support class that players aren't too happy about, including myself. A lot of big things to go over, so make sure to stay until the end of the video so you don't miss a thing. Let's get into it. Starting off with the biggest release, we got a new map called Eastwood. Visually, the map is very bright and colorful, which is something I can actually appreciate compared to the other maps we've gotten. The map is very big with a whole bunch of cover. There's a combination of open tree areas along with buildings and houses, so it's a good mix of close and long range combat. There's a large path of open land on the bottom of the map, which is nice because I've noticed it opens a route to flank and helps players push objectives, especially B and D. The one thing I will say about this bottom portion is that you have to be careful with the vehicles. Since it's an open and flat area compared to the rest of the map, it allows vehicles to basically roam freely. The map has a lot of cover like I mentioned, especially with the neighborhood vibe it has, from buildings, cars, trees, even the golf carts. All these things help you move around, and I've also noticed allows you to climb up certain platforms, which can be very convenient. Given that the map design includes open streets, hills, and residential areas, it helps bring a better balance between infantry combat and vehicle play. Now, of course, there's always two sides to every story. The biggest problem with this map that I've noticed is the spacing, specifically with the objectives. They need to spread out a bit more so people actually have to move. If you don't, you'll end up with players doing this: vehicle camping in between two objectives, which makes the game a bit unfair and annoying. You shouldn't be able to hold down two objective points at the same time, just saying. And I actually tested to see how long it would take me to go from one objective to the next, and it's basically a 20-second run, which is too close in my opinion. Having objectives only being a 20 to 25 second max run from each other makes capturing feel a bit useless because once you take it, a group of 5 people from the enemy side are right back on it trying to capture it. It makes the game a bit hectic when everyone can get to any objective that fast. Objectives used to take at least 30 seconds to get to back in the day, which might sound absurd to new players joining the game, but this helped prevent enemies swarming you and outrunning you to an objective on the map. Not only that, but it made the flow of the game feel better and more balanced. Another thing I noticed regarding spacing is that 4 out of the 5 objectives are literally an arm's length away from HQ, which gives defenders a pretty big spawn advantage. I don't understand why the map designers are making these objective points so close to HQ, and I feel like this is a repetitive thing when it comes to the maps in Battlefield 6, and they honestly need to address this. I think their way of quote-unquote fixing this is by making HQ as big as possible. Now, I've seen a lot of people complaining about this and how the sizing of the safe zones are way too big, which I can understand since it's viewed as wasted space, but in my opinion, given the big space HQ has, it helps avoid the spawn camping and allows players to set up flanking from the safe zone, because given how close these damn objectives are to HQ, can you imagine if they shrunk the size of it? The matches would be completely lopsided, where one side is basically spamming the recon class, making the game unplayable. So yes, I can see why they make the safe zones as big as they do, but I don't agree that's the proper solution and why they make the objective points so close. Quick mid-video shout out to Jaywalking7469 for finding last video's hidden character. For this one, there's going to be a character from The Simpsons hidden throughout the clips. Same rules apply. First to comment down below the name of that character with the correct timestamp gets a shout out on the next video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Let's get it. One of the new things we got from this update are these new minigun drops that are randomly scattered throughout the map. Anyone can use them and they can be found through looking at your mini-map. It takes some getting used to when you start shooting, but it's not too bad of a weapon. If you get tired of it or don't like it and want to get rid of it, you can just switch weapons like you would normally to get your sidearm, and the minigun will drop to the floor. I personally don't mind this weapon drop idea too much, as long as it's not so overpowered where it makes the game unfair. And to be honest, this actually kind of reminded me of Battlefield 1, where they had pickups as well. I believe the flamethrower was the weapon drop back then, for those who remember that. A big issue that this new update brought was the defibrillator, which greatly affected the support class. I don't know what they did in the update, but it was literally horrible. It was acting exactly how it did back in the open beta, not fully responding when you try to revive someone. You'd have to be extremely close and be pinpoint accurate when reviving, or else it wouldn't work. I kept having to spam the revive multiple times, which got me killed so many damn times. I thought I was going crazy at one point when this was happening. Like, did I forget how to revive people or something? Like, it was a mess. And not only that, but every time I would get down, I'm over here thinking my teammates are so ass because they can't revive me. But in reality, it was an issue throughout the whole game that was affecting everyone. They did address this issue, and after a couple of days, it seems like everything is back to normal. So fingers crossed, and hopefully they don't mess with this again. Moving on, we received a new game mode called Sabotage, a themed event mode focused on demolition and counterplay. It's a smaller game mode with 8 versus 8 players, where attackers must track and destroy enemy supplies, while defenders rally to protect their equipment. Each side takes turns attacking and defending after a 6-minute round, and whichever team destroys more of the opponent's supply boxes wins. You deal damage to these supply boxes by shooting at them or with explosives. And overall, this new game mode was okay, nothing too crazy, and to be honest, I probably wouldn't play it again. Lastly, we received 2 new guns, with the first being the DB12 shotgun. It's a double barrel shotgun allowing for a rapid follow-up shot before having to rechamber the next set of shells. You can unlock this weapon through Battle Pass Tier 11. The second gun we got from the update is the M357 trait. It's a lightweight revolver with an 8-shot cylinder, and this is a bit more of a close combat revolver. You can unlock this weapon through Challenge Season 1, Hardware 3. And that's pretty much it, guys. A quick recap on what's going on with this new update. What do you guys think? Is the new map a sign that Battlefield is headed in the right direction, or making it worse? Let me know down below. Lastly, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Would really mean a lot. Trying to hit that 1K mark, and actually trying to hit that 800 mark since we're so close, so let's keep at it. But that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and like always, make sure to be back for the next one. Peace.